All right, so after looking at most of the tests, I just wanted to clarify a few things so that those of you that want to take the opportunity to do it a second time and it will keep your highest score, then you have a little bit of help. So first thing I want to talk about is like if you have a question that looks like this number one here, so like if you say they survey like 500 people and they find out that 30% of them have attended some sort of college, give or take 3%. So it already tells you the information you need from the sample. So remember, I said you should never miss EV percent or EV average because it's literally in the question itself. So, the expected value for the percent is obviously what we got from our sample. And then it already says give or take 3% from that sample. So this is not the SD. That's already telling you the SE percent. All right. If it just says the SD is this, then you know that is not the standard error from the sample, but this is, hey, from the sample, this is it, give or take this. And remember, that's exactly what standard error is. It's how likely we are to be off from that sample. Okay, and then moving on to the next one. I think this is like the problem we had with if you draw a spade, you got $2, and if it was any other suit, you lost $1. So I'm pretty sure it was just like this one. And say you're playing this game 20 times. So let's say that the question wants to know how much are you expected to win, how much money, because this is the money, right? How much are you expected to win out of the 20 times? So forget the stinking formulas. I don't want you to focus on that. I just want you to think common sense. If I won every game I played out of the 20 games, what's the most amount of money I could win? Well, obviously, if I won every time, I'd win $2 every time. So then that would be $40 would be the max amount I could win, right? So then if you're doing the EV formulas and then you stop using your brain and somehow you got an EV of like 75, then that's where you should step back and think, does this actually make sense? No, that would not make sense, right? I'm seeing a lot of problems that were missed, whereas if you just step back and look at it, you would know that it's wrong. So I just wanted to mention, use common sense. And then this is a review from like probably 8th grade, but I just wanted to clarify, theoretical probability is saying in theory, this should happen. So like in theory, we should roll a 6 on a die 1 out of 6 times, right? That's like the theoretical. But say I actually did an experiment and out of 100 times, I got 20 out of 100 were 6s. So this is like what happened, and this is in theory of what should happen. Okay, and a couple more things. So population. So when people are looking at a population, it's the entire group of whatever they're looking at or whoever. So you have to read the question because it literally will say in the question, who they're trying to find out about. It's like if I want to do a survey of residents in Blanding, and even if my sample is only, say 75 people, then that's not the population. The population is Blanding residents. Okay, so read the question. That's it. That's an easy thing that you shouldn't miss. And then the last one is accuracy of polls. So say I wanted to survey Monticello, people in Monticello and people in Blanding, and I wanted the same accuracy. So I wanted the same margin of error, right? So would I need to sample more from Blanding since Blanding's larger? The answer to that is no, because it's purely dependent on the sample size. I'm pretty sure I said that about 47 times, but let's make it 48. So it's just dependent on sample size. So if I wanted the same accuracy from Blanding and Monticello, then I would sample 50 from each town, or whatever the number is. We know we want 30 or more so that we can use the magic of the normal curve, but you want the same. So if you want the same accuracy, you want the same sample. You pretend you know nothing of the population, okay? Simply dependent on the size of the sample. So hopefully this helps you, and those of you that want to retake it, just let me know. You have to do so. Tuesday's the last day. All right, thanks for listening.